So just to explain what's going on a bit more with this back, why it's required. On the outside of the frame, which is this, we have 120mm of insulation and there's battens on it. To add the extra insulation, what we're basically doing is swapping these, which are 50mm additional panels, put them there, and then that's covered with the airtight membrane, so that sits over the top of that, so you have a composite sandwich. In order to secure the board and the airtight membrane, basically we have to screw a batten onto it to secure it in, and then you've got several battens, and those battens provide the service duct for you to actually run stuff in. In our case, we're actually putting in triple battens at ground floor level to attach skirting boards to at a later date. So each one of my uprights is 235mm in size. So I can basically production cut them because I know they're all exactly the same size. So 235 bolts on that side. And these battens are nice enough to be long enough that we can get two uprights out of one batten, which is quite handy. Let's measure another 235. This for a second. Set square those two off. And then cut two battens out of it. So just to explain a little bit more about doing the battening. Once you put the insulation panels and the airtight membrane over, you can't actually see the underlying battens on the base panels. So before we actually did that, we actually marked the floor. Here you can see there's two lines on the floor, and those represent the battens underneath the now insulated boards. So when we've come to actually fit the battens, what I've basically done is shine a laser light, I don't know if you can see that, along those lines in the floor, and then they give me a straight parallel line straight the way up where the underlying battens should be to follow. That makes it extremely easy to actually hit the underlying battens. We didn't do this upstairs, we didn't have the laser at the time, and it was a bit hit and miss. With the laser, accuracy rate's probably 95% or better. There's an occasional one that I go one side off, but the ones you just see me do, I hit every one perfectly first time. This is Helen trying to manage the 50-metre long lengths of the mechanical heat ventilation system piping. So this is what we have to basically unwind and then slot through.
If you don't do this, it ties itself in knots. So you can't just pull it off the roll. You have to undo the roll. Otherwise, it's like, I call it fighting an angry elephant. It almost feels like a muscular trunk fighting you as you try to pull it through the beams. This is one of the things that makes it so much harder. It just winds itself into a knot, and you have to try and get rid of the knot. It has like this memory that it used to be coiled up, and it tries to stay coiled up. And I have actually had to take some of these out again and redo them to get rid of these. It's really annoying. It's the elephant, I'm the monkey. It's trying to tie itself in a knot again.
So this is going through the loft rafters of bedroom 3 and actually heading to our main bedroom to connect to the outlet in our main bedroom. Okay, so once you've actually got the plastic pipe all the way through the rafters, you then have to attach it
To the plenum.
the plenum.
Ah, I'm missing a seal.
Go.
We have a rubber O-ring that acts as a airtight seal. They're quite easy to put on, but it does make pushing them into the plenum when you're balanced on a ladder a little bit harder. Once I've seen the black seal go past the clips, all I've got to do then is make sure the clips clip into the ridges to stop it being able to be pulled out. So you just have to make sure you've got a ridge for the clip to go into. Easier said than done. That's our bedroom, all ducted. Hubby, label this one the bedroom.
Okay, so this is our simple test, like a child's telephone, so that we know which one to label as which, because we've got an octopus full of them. Can you hear me, With?
Yeah, I can hear you. So these are bedroom 1. Could you please label as bedroom 1?
That's bedroom 1, the first one, and bedroom 1, the second one.
Calling from bedroom 1. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'll label them now. So these are cold ones, so we're putting a blue ribbon around these ones. blue thing, and Simon's best writing. Bed 1.
Right, so our building regs drawings have specified 45mm battens to go on the joists, and then we're going to be attaching downstairs 2 layers of plasterboard onto this. Now, we think this is a bit overkill with the 45mm battens, and we've got a load of this 25mm batten, so it's the same width, just 20mm thinner. So we would like to save the floor height and use these roofing battens. So these are the battens that we used on the roof to attach the tiles. It will give us that 20mm extra floor height, which is always useful.
Okay, so let's forget about all of the stuff inside, and today's really big milestone is the fact that the scaffolding is down, so now we can actually see what the exterior is really going to be like. It actually looks bigger than I thought it was going to. I thought taking the scaffolding down was actually going to make it look smaller, but in fact it looks bigger. So I've moved a little bit closer so you can see a bit more of the detailing. That is just now waiting for the bifold doors to be fitted, which should be being fitted about the 15th of August. You can see up here, if I go up the top, a bit more of the detailing here on the dental lines. And if you look closely, you can see over here where Helen and I actually fitted all the guttering last week. So this is the view of the south face. The one thing you will notice that's still missing is actually the stone window sills. They're still on back order. Hopefully they'll arrive soon so that we can actually get those fitted and finish off what will be the exterior. Other than that, it's actually finished. Not a brilliant view of the east face. Afraid it's into sun. I should have taken a bit view earlier today. But again, you can see the dental line front door there. And if I just zoom in over here, you may actually be able to see the false window, or bricked-in window that the planners insisted we had. I actually quite like it. So just a final view down the west face. When I actually said we were finished outside, as you can see, we still have the plastic bag guttering downpipes, so we need to get up there and actually replace those with the proper metal items. It's just a matter of prioritisation at the moment. We've got some stuff inside we need to do in order to get the first fit electrics done, so that's taking priority.